Cigar Company is your one-stop shop for all your cigar needs. Whether that's a brand new humidor, a box of those new cigars you've been waiting for, a top-of-the-line cutter or lighter, a place to enjoy the finest cigars and spirits with friends, or the only cigars grown right here in the Sunshine State, we've got you covered. Come visit one of our retail locations for the ultimate cigar experience. Visit us online at coronacigar.com.
How about that cigar?
How about that cigar?
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Corona Cigar Studios for episode 305 of How About That Cigar Live. Thanks so much for joining us live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and live on
Rumble.
I miss that so much. And if you're listening after the fact on the audio podcast, thanks so much for making How About That Cigar part of your regular audio podcast rotation.
I think that's fun.
She broke.
She gone.
She gone. That's right. Here, I'll
Let's recycle it.
yeah, recycle. Put that right in the recycling bin. So it is fantastic to have
Us back together.
The band is back together.
Let's get him in here. You face over there. Come in here with us.
Guy right here.
The producer with the mostest. The fantastic producer, Justy Smoke.
I think it's been.
Welcome back to the show, brother.
I think it's been a month that we've. The last time we were together
has been a minute.
Was the baseball
Cigars and baseball, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Nice to have you brothers back. It's nice to be back.
We are all in the studio. Of course, Justin is actually not in the studio. He's strolling through a beautiful tobacco field.
Absolutely.
As
Wonderful.
always. He is definitely not 6 feet to my left.
No,
Right over there.
definitely not.
No, he's strolling
I fly into Nicaragua just for the show.
just for the show every week.
Every week.
Yeah.
I don't know why Skip says it's so hard to get.
Oh, Skip's got a private airplane.
Yeah. That private jet money,
Yeah.
it helps. That Nika Sueño money. Yeah. So welcome back to the show. Everybody as well. Join us in the comments. Let us know what you're smoking. Let us know what you're drinking. Have some fantastic special guests coming on in just a couple minutes. But as always, we're going to check in on a few happenings, that being sports.
So I was so happy that I was on a cruise and didn't get to see the Yankees get swept like the bitches they've turned into be.
It was rough.
I'm still a Yankees fan, but they got to do something. There's no fire in their hearts. There's no fire everybody and start over.
It was rough. It was rough to see.
Oh, goodness.
Now, I will say I got to give you props, Raleigh, because you called it. When we were talking about as soon as the playoff bracket for Major League Baseball was announced, I was just all on. I was like, Milwaukee, the Brewers are playing so great right now, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, no, the Dodgers are a playoff team. You called it. They killed the Brewers.
They're built for that shit, man.
And Shohei Ohtani, that game he had, I mean, this is like storybook shit.
Yeah.
Where you're the starting pitcher and you only allow 2 hits and you strike out 10, and then you hit 3 home runs in the same game that you struck out 10 and only allowed 2. That's like beyond Babe Ruth level shit. I'm sorry, but
I hate to say it. Yeah. Somebody sent me a video that he could be the greatest player of all time.
I think,
and it's hard to argue with. It's hard to argue with.
Yeah.
My heart wants to, but my mind's like, nah, he is fucking phenomenal.
It's unbelievable to watch. So right now, Toronto and Seattle are playing game 7 of the ALCS, and winner goes on to face the Dodgers in the World Series
and get swept.
And probably get swept by the Dodgers. Yeah, most likely.
You're giving that lineup time to heal and rest up.
Yep.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. I'm really sorry about your Jets.
What do you mean?
Really sorry.
They're 0-7. It's fucking.
They're 0. Oh, you're okay with it?
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
Oh, the first draft pick?
They're not giving me any hope like the Vikings.
Because the Jets have such a great history of making the most out of their early first round draft picks.
We got a new coach. I'm He's making strides forward.
It's going great so far. 0-7. It's going great.
Hey. It's terrible, but I'm a Jets fan, so I'm used to it.
No, I know. Vikings lost to the Eagles, as you mentioned already. The Packers barely beat the Cardinals. I've never been so disappointed after my team won in my whole life. It was just like, it was kind of pitiful that they just got beat on so much, and they did end up winning the game. But I mean, a win's a win, but yikes, it was ugly.
And we were talking about earlier, there's so much, I wouldn't say, some people would say mediocrity.
Yeah, that's my word for it. It just feels like the NFL's mediocre this year. There's only 4 or 5 good teams. There's no great teams.
Or is that a good thing though? That everybody's evened out and they're beating each other up?
Maybe.
Maybe. I would never have guessed that Indianapolis would end 6-1 or 7-1, whatever the hell they are now.
I wish it was more predictable. There's part of me that wishes it was more.
No, that's the fun of it.
I guess, Oh, and to close out, sports, the Minnesota Wild are in last place.
Didn't we just start like a week ago?
Yeah, they're like 7 games into the season, or I think they've won 2. They're just not playing well at all.
And this is kind of a really fun time of the year because you have everything. You got baseball, you got football, you got basketball, you got hockey.
Yeah.
You got female
basketball.
volleyball.
I haven't even looked at the NBA stuff yet this season. Really haven't even looked at it.
I'm very happy that the guy that calls himself the GOAT, the feigning GOAT is what I call him, he's out to like November.
Yeah.
I can't stand him.
He's not the GOAT. He never will be.
He's the feigning GOAT.
Never has been.
Ever watch him play?
Let's jump into this week's Spirit of Mystery, shall we?
Yeah.
Brought to us by our friends at Postania Cigars. Do you find yourself unsatisfied with the top 10 list from How About That Cigar? Are you wondering how cigars from Postania didn't make the HBTC list, but found their way onto other lists? Well, fortunately, you can be reminded every week with this Postania Cigars advertisement. Postania Cigars, the #1 unranked cigar in the industry. So what we have here is a healthy pour.
It is a bourbon.
And I noticed when you poured it, the aroma hit me right away from like 2 feet away, and it smells high proof.
Mm-hmm.
And
you've drank this before.
I've had this one before.
Yes.
Smells high proof. It's got really good. It looks great in the glass. Got good viscosity to it. Let's get a little taste. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's. Whoo. Hello. That's hot. Really good though. Good flavor. But man, yeah, that is, I'm going to put this somewhere between 120 and 125, I think. I may change that in a few minutes, actually, now that I'm getting the finish. But it's pretty good. So, yeah, I'll keep drinking it throughout the show. And as always, later on, we will reveal what this week's Spirit of Mystery is. But I think we definitely got to get our guests on the show.
Oh, yeah. They're waiting. Look at them. They're just anxious.
I know. They're on the edge of their seats, as are all our viewers. And special guests on How About That.
Now he sits back and one sits forward.
Yeah.
I love it.
And as always on How About That Cigar Live, special guests are brought to us by Drew Estate. And Drew Estate just unveiled the latest chapter of the Nica Rustica Shade. And Shade is the third expression of Nica Rustica, joining the original broadleaf and the Adobe. Nica Rustica Shade spotlights an Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, Mexican binder leaf, and balanced blend of Nicaraguan, American, and Dominican fillers. Available in a 4.5 by 50 short Robusto, 6 by 50 Toro, and 5 by 66 Gordo. The Nica Rustica Shade is available now. For more information, please visit Drew Estate.
I like the coloring in the boxing. I like the way the box looks.
It's pretty legit. Yeah. I dig it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, help us out here. Put your hands together and welcome back to the show, this time on episode 305 from Apostate Cigars, Brandon and Kendrick. So great.
Well, hello, gentlemen.
Hello. Evening, gents. How are we all?
see you took the soundboard back. I just noticed that.
What a fantastic, wonderful, beautiful evening.
Are you guys sports fans?
Yes, I don't think Kendrick is.
I used to be into basketball when the Jazz were good. I'll just say that.
Wasn't that like 91, 92?
That's a hell of a qualifier. Yeah,
They're pretty good in like 2007-ish.
yeah. Darren Williams, Carlos Boozer. We went to Western Conference Finals once with those guys.
Yeah.
I was thinking back when you had Mailman and Stockton.
Well, we went to the finals against the Bulls twice in '98 and '99.
Yes.
So yeah, we can talk about that if you want, or we can definitely talk about Shohei Ohtani being the greatest baseball player of all time. I agree with you. 100%.
It's hard to argue it, isn't it?
How insane. I mean, I just can't. It's hard to wrap your head around that somebody can do that as a pitcher and as a hitter in the exact same night.
In the same night. But I also saw a stat line for if you take the number of games played by Ohtani, compare it to Babe Ruth's games for the same amount, same number of games, their stat line's almost identical, but Ohtani edges him out a little bit in every stat. And it's crazy.
I have an idea. He is not human. I think he was generated in a lab.
Yeah. Something. He's insane. Yeah.
And where's he from?
I think Shohei is Japanese. I think
he's Japanese. Yeah. He's Japanese.
Well, he was worked up in a lab, and they put a little bit of this, a little bit of this.
Brandon, you bring up the stat line, and I saw another one that, and I'm going to get the numbers wrong, but they'll be close. Is in the history of Major League Baseball, there have been like 12 players that have hit 3 home runs in a league championship series game. In the same 3 home runs in the same game, and in the history of the league championship series, there have been like 22 pitchers that have had 10 or more strikeouts and only allowed 2 hits. He did both those things.
He did both
in the same game.
In one game. Yeah, he eclipsed like 30 players.
It's like Michael Jordan level. It's like Tom Brady level. What he did,
right?
And
yeah,
what he continues to do.
And they are going to win this World Series.
I don't see whether it's Seattle or Toronto. I don't see how either one of them are going to even be able to hold a candle.
No.
Yeah,
they are made
incredible.
For regular seasons, they don't give a shit. They're made for the playoffs.
I love it. Well, let's start off going around the horn. Talk about what everybody's smoking and drinking. So let's start with Kendrick, if you would. What are you smoking and drinking with us this evening on the show?
So tonight I'm going to be smoking the Deseret. This is our second blend that we did. We just released it in this format. It's a 4.5 by 44 Corona.
Love it.
And I'm drinking some port.
Nice, man. It's been a hot minute since I've had some port. I really like port, so that's.
He's being very humble about the port that he's drinking. That bottle's over 60 years old.
Oh, nice.
Really? Holy shit.
In any case, it pairs really well with the Deseret for all of you guys. All of you guys out there wanting a special, unique pairing for a cigar, smoke the Deseret with a glass of port and do yourself a favor.
Nice. I love it. All right, Brandon, what do you got fired up?
I'm smoking. I took the secondary band off. I've got the Sort of Laban tonight, regular production, core line. And I'm drinking, I'm finishing off a bottle called the Bout that Kendrick brought me from his trip to Scotland last year. It's a blended Scotch whiskey, and it's fantastic.
Nice. And a reminder to our fantastic viewers and listeners, Sort of Laban was on our top 10 lists 2 years ago. So definitely one you want to reach out for.
Number 7, I think it was number 7.
It was 7 or 8, I believe. 7. Yeah.
I have the State of Deseret, the Endowment.
The Endowment, beautiful.
The Endowment,
and
dig it.
1919.
1919. That's the go-to. The old standby.
Like 3 weeks. It's time.
There you go.
Nice. I am smoking the same cigar, but I am drinking some cucumber mint, some kind of rehydration shit.
some kind of relaxation shit. And I've got the Maroni's trumpet, and of course I'm drinking Spirit of Mystery, and also I've got a little of our Lift Bridge Mega Mango beer from Lift Bridge, just down the road here in Stillwater, Minnesota brewery. So yeah, just chilling here in the studio.
And let us, did you say it already? You guys let us know what you're smoking and drinking out there in viewer world.
Oh, Allison's the Desiree with the dessert port.
Hell of a pairing.
Dessert.
Yep.
Nice.
Love it. Love it.
She said I sound like Cliff Clavin.
You sound like
From
Cliff.
Cheers.
What she fucking said.
Wow.
From Cheers.
I don't
get it.
I don't hear that.
They might be the port talking to her.
Take breaks in between sips,
Yeah.
Allison. It
Please.
helps. So yeah, guys, it's been it's been a minute since we've talked to both of you together because we weren't able to be at the trade show in New Orleans, back early in the year. And always grateful to see how you're young yet extremely kind of fledgling startup brand. I mean, your brand has made some huge strides since you guys started up, and it's really been great to see. So just to start things off, give us kind of the lowdown on how 2025 has progressed for you guys, and has it met or exceeded your expectations?
2025 has been a wild ride, man. So you guys probably remember back in April at the trade show, even though you weren't there, there was a press release talking about a marketing and distribution deal that we agreed to with the Oveja Negra family of brands. So James and Angela, Derek, and Scott Zuka over there, luckily for us, invited us to join the party. So we've been hanging out and rocking and rolling with that crew since June 1st officially. And I gotta say, it's been nothing but green lights, man. It's been a good year. We brought on a whole sales force by joining teams with them, and that sales force has contributed exponentially to our growth. I thought it might be a cool chance for me to not travel as much, but it turns out I'm traveling a lot more, and it's cool. It's a different kind of travel now. For me, I'm on the road, but I'm with the reps, right? So the reps are out there slinging cigars. They've already created relationships, and then they bring me in and we do an event. I get to tell the Apostate story and talk about our product with these people, and it's been really cool, man. It's been a fun year. I'm tired, but it's a good kind of tired,
Nice.
Oh yeah, I remember the press release. I think as soon as I seen it, I gave you a text.
Yeah.
Yeah. You were one of the first people to text me. Yeah, dude.
Well, and that's one of those, because they, the whole Oveja Negra family of brands has in some ways a similar story where, they started out really small and they just tried to make their way little by little. And they were able to do just what you guys have been working on, is putting in the time, putting in the trips, name recognition, building relationships with shops, building relationships with distributors and things like that. And it's got to be huge for you guys to get some that relationship with Oveja Negra, and anytime we can learn something from anybody, whether it's somebody who's been there before us or that kind of thing, that mentorship, or that even just a little bit of guidance, or even just a little bit of encouragement sometimes, like, hey, keep it up, it's going to be cool, it's all good. So how has that I know it's a business relationship, but in the cigar business, relationships go a little bit deeper than some other businesses. So how has that relationship developed between you guys, and the back and forth, and the learning and the growing pains and all that stuff?
I think it's been really valuable for us. I won't speak for Kendrick, but we're probably pretty aligned. For me personally, it's kind of cool because Black Label was one of those brands that I always smoked when we were on the retail side. I was a big Black Label trading company fan, and smoked it, pushed it in the shop, did an event. We had James come out to the shop. I was just a fanboy, right? And so when they called us and started talking about what they wanted to do and bring us on board and help grow our brand and help bring visibility to their brand and have a two-way street going, it was pretty cool for me personally. I got to join forces with somebody that I really look up to in James and Derek and Angela. It's they're friends now, not just co-workers or professional relationships. I consider them friends. We had an opportunity to spend a little time with them in Germany. The more time we get to hang out with them, the more it's obvious that we are highly aligned. We have very much similar goals, similar outlooks, similar approach, like you said. They've always been all about the grind, and I think that's what they saw in us, was a team that's out there, trying to make noise for ourselves. And I think that we can bring some of that noise to attract attention to their brand too. So it's win-win. But no, as far as developing that relationship goes, it's been a blessing and a benefit. I've learned a lot, especially from Derek. If you guys know Derek Matthews, he's part owner of Black Label as well. And he's their, national sales manager. And I've learned a ton from that guy. We have very different styles, but that doesn't mean I can't take a little bit of what he's doing and try to make it my own. I don't know if I have anything to teach him, but we'll try. We'll keep going. But it's been really educational. It's been good.
Nice.
So you said something. They reached out to you guys for you guys to come into the fold, or how'd that all work out?
Kendrick, why don't you take that one?
Yeah, they had an opening in their lineup and sent us an email and talked about what they wanted to do and how they wanted us to come on board with them. And it was kind of surreal, honestly, because we've, as Brandon already talked about, we've already looked up to these guys for so long as a brand and as blenders and as artists and human beings, really. And yeah, it was almost unbelievable. I had to we sat with that for a long time, talked it over, ran through scenarios, and realized that our path had been laid out for us, and so we took the plunge, and it's been great having a team. For a long time it was just Brandon and I, and working together with more people really adds energy to the system and invigorates things in a way. And hopefully we're bringing some of that energy into the whole thing that they've got going on, but it's definitely injected us with some energy that has been just really great.
Nice. One of the things that I love talking about with, because there's a lot of creativity in the cigar industry. And there's a lot of people who have creative minds that they get to work out in other ways, whether there's some people who are, artists or designers, some people who are musicians, actually. And Kendrick, I know you sharing that. And Brandon, I know. Well, actually, Brandon, I don't recall if you have, the musical genes built into you as well.
Music is a huge part of my life, and I did play music for a while, but I stepped away from that 20 years ago. Kendrick is very much still in it.
Yeah. But from the creativity standpoint, there's a lot to call on, from just a mind that works in that kind of a way. And for each of you, and I'll start with Kendrick on this, how have you seen that creative aspect of your mind work into the way that you approach, whether it's branding design or naming cigars or blending cigars, anything like that? How does that creative part of your brain come into it?
That's a fun question. So it's funny because when we're blending, I'm thinking in terms of music. So when you're writing a song or arranging a song, you have to think about how does it make sense? Does this chord change seem to like progress in a way that makes sense? Are the levels balanced? Am I hearing too much bass or not enough treble, or what's going on here? Where is this song taking me? And so when we're, for example, blending, and I'm experiencing whatever it is on my palette, I'm like equating that with like musical frequencies in my brain. Like, okay, there's some low notes there, some high notes there, and some mid-range. What do I want to taste more of? What do I want? How can I balance this out? There's too much of this or not enough of this, or maybe we need to change the chord progression a little bit. Maybe we need to bring in a new tobacco to swap out with this other one to see if that sounds better, or tastes better, or the experience is better. And then of course a good album has to have good album art, and the songs themselves have to tell a story that people can relate to in some human way. And so when we designed the branding and all of that, it had to be this cohesive thing that told a story start to finish. You don't want to end it on a note that doesn't make sense, for example. So I think that the process involved in creating anything is pretty much the same, whether it's music or a cigar blend or a painting or whatever the medium is. I view tobacco as an art medium, just like paint or sound or something like that. And I know that, as you already pointed out, there's a lot of creative people in the industry that are making cigars, whether it's musicians or some sort of visual art. And when I talk to them, it's kind of the similar kind of a thing. It's the tobacco is just a medium that they're using to express and tell a story, and that's what we're doing with our tobacco. So
there's Kendrick, there's something about you that reminds me of Mirafelt for some reason. His tone, his
like,
tone.
No, seriously, it's like this intensity. You've got this intensity to kind of your manner,
and it's good. It's not bad at all. It's very good, actually.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
That's a compliment.
Well, wait till I finish my port.
Yeah. He needs a scarf and a fedora real fast. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
It's the glass that he's drinking the port out of.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Andrew. Allison and Andrew.
And the fancy background and the fancy glass and all that. That's it all ties in. Brandon, what about you as far as the creative, the creative energy and the creative mindset?
I'm highly aligned with Kendrick there. I agree wholeheartedly. It's for me, even though I'm not, neck deep in music the way he is these days, it's still a medium that speaks to me, and I incorporate it heavily into my everyday life. I'm almost never not listening to music. And when we were in the factory and he started using those musical metaphors to describe how we were blending, it really helped it click in my brain. Because he would start to say, something's missing, and I wasn't quite sure what he meant. And then he was like, look, dude, it's like a song. We got plenty of bass, plenty of treble, but we're missing the mid. There's something in the middle of this blend that's not quite there. How do we get there? And then we turn around and we translate that into what leaves are going to provide the flavor profile that we're looking for, that we think is missing. And you go down that path. So it turned it into a really practical way to get to where we want to go and tell the story we want to tell, while keeping it in terms that are easy to understand for both of us. So it's a good way to keep us on the same page. And as you know, like Kendrick said too, we're just out here trying to tell our story, right? And our story is experienced best through our cigars. So how do we help our cigars give you that info? Creatively, the sky's the limit, right? There's a finite amount of tobacco, but an almost infinite way to put those leaves together to express something. And I think we're just hitting the tip of the iceberg. I think there's a lot of creativity in front of us.
Yeah.
And you remind me of a fucking mad scientist. So that shit. Little yin and yang.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
And that kind of brings up a question, because, you know, when you've got, you know, a partnership like the two of you guys have, how do you balance? Because there's always going to be different personalities, and sometimes it works best when they're contrasting personalities and different, you know, mindsets that come in, that one person covers what the other person, you know, isn't able to, and vice versa. And so how do you guys, how did you learn about that in the beginning when you first said, all right, we're going to get into this business together? And how have you balanced those personality differences as time has gone on in the last few years?
I want Kendrick to answer that one first.
Oh,
well, we, first of all, we've known each other longer and worked together longer than Apostate has existed. He was running my store as general manager for a number of years before we launched Apostate. So we learned how, we established a really good working relationship. And in terms of our personalities, we tend to like be on the same page in terms of what we're looking at, but of course we kind of interpret those things through a little bit different lenses. And honestly, recognizing that fact has been really beneficial, because we kind of have a good idea of when each other's strength is going to be is needing to be called for in whatever situation it is. Like, okay, this is definitely a Brandon job, or this is a me job based on our respective like strengths, and kind of sharing the same vision about it all, and understanding that it's never it's always he and I taking care of the business, and not you know, we're caretakers of the baby that we created. We're daddy and daddy of this of this of this baby that we created, and we just want to take care of it. And sometimes you go to mommy, and sometimes you go to daddy, and it's for different reasons, right? And so, you know,
I like that.
I guess that's all I have to say about that for now.
All right, Brandon, I gotta
number two, daddy number two.
No, it's yeah, I don't know how to say it better, honestly. We are both very good at different things, and where my gaps lie, Kendrick has strengths to cover those gaps, and vice versa. When it comes to, you know, business development and marketing and branding and creative, you know, what's the brand going to look like going forward? Kendrick is super strong there, and I follow his lead. He's always going to come to me for input, and I have input, but I kind of defer to him and his judgment on things that will make sense, or things that will work or won't work. And then I'm the enthusiasm guy. Kendrick comes up with the idea, and I'm the one who's really excited to put it into motion. So we complement each other really well. As far as perspectives go, I think we have the same vision and goal in mind. We just get there in different vehicles. You know what I mean? So yeah. It's easy to work with Kendrick, because and I hope it's easy to work with me. I don't think I'm hard to work with, but it's one of those where we have fun because we fill those gaps. And we confident and secure and empowered to move forward because we know we've got the whole picture between the two of us. So it's been really cool to develop that. Like, yes, we had a working relationship before where Kendrick was the owner of Beehive and I was the GM, and I would defer to him, a lot of the time, but he ended up stepping back and sort of letting me run the show a little bit. And that was really cool because I think it prepared me for this. So now it's more of a partnership than a boss and an employee. It's two collaborators with different creative approaches doing the same thing. So it's been really cool. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I like that. It's because there's, I see, like, Raleigh and I were joking, kind of while you guys are in, he's nudging me on the shoulder, like, that's kind of and Justin is the one that keeps us from fucking killing each other. He's the mediator. He's the reason, voice of reason that is like, guys,
Get back on.
hey,
right,
get back on.
See,
track.
and that's what I like too. Is that Kendrick and I don't disagree often, but when we do, we're both invested in figuring it out. We're both very, very good at pulling the other one aside and saying, "Hey, let's fucking figure this out so that we can move forward. Let's have whatever conversation we need to have, and if it's a hard conversation, that's cool. If we need to get real with each other and be emotional and be vulnerable and swear at each other for a second, that's fine. It's happened,
Sure.
but it's not often, and it's always in the interest of moving forward. So,
yeah. I asked. Go ahead. Go ahead,
I was
brother.
going to say, every once in a while, a good yelling match cleans the system.
Cleans out the cobwebs.
Yeah.
little purge. Yeah.
Let's use the flowing again. Hold on, we're slowing down.
Yeah.
And then you hug it out, and you're like, okay, we're good. We're
Let's
good.
go.
We're good. We're always good. Yeah.
One question that Pete Johnson from Tatuaje was on the show last week, and I've always loved, just like I brought up with you guys, because I'm also I don't know if I'd use the word former musician, and I love bringing up the analogies of music and when it comes to cigars. And similar, the same question that I asked to Pete last week, similar to either songwriting, writing something from scratch, or just arranging an existing song to make something a little more interesting, or just a little more in your that fits your vibe or your wheelhouse. And similar with cigar blends, when you're working out a cigar blend, there are some arrangements, and I'll use the word arrangement like in music. There are some arrangements that take, for whatever reason, they take longer to get right, really dial in the changes and the instrumentation, whatever it may be. And then there are other ones, whether it's writing a song from scratch or just doing an arrangement, that they just almost immediately, they just click. And from a blending standpoint for you guys with your cigar blends, can you name one blend that just clicked right away? That's like this, yep, this has got all the notes we want, and it's good almost within the first couple tries. And then another one of your blends that you finally got it to land where you wanted it to land, but it took a lot more listening and being like, oh man, tuning. It's like we finally got there. It's, if you had to pick two.
Interesting question. So most of our blends we do really fast.
Okay.
Like each one of our blends we finished inside 3 hours.
Okay.
Start to finish. We do it quick while our palate is fresh, and we just dial it in. So I guess in that sense, all of our blends came relatively quickly. The one that probably required the least tweaking from the initial blend that we started with was the initiatory. I think we only needed to change the binder or something, and tweak the ratio maybe a little bit. But then there were other ones that, you know, we got stuck for a minute or two on. Like, for example, Moroni's Trumpet was one we got stuck on a little bit. But again, that was resolved and we had the blend finished within 2 or 3 hours.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of like there's this there's a point of diminishing returns when you like try and analyze your blends, you know, or just like when you're like you write a song and then you record it and then you listen to it 100 times and then your critical brain starts kicking in and, oh, I should have done this instead of this, or why didn't I do this instead of this? Try and let go. We try and let go of that a little bit. If it's a cigar that we don't want to stop smoking, we figure what more could we ask for? And so that's kind of what we go for. What do we not want to stop smoking? And it takes us, 1, 2, 3 hours to find a combination of tobaccos that we just don't want to stop smoking. And then we're like, well, fuck, we're done. And then we can't second guess ourselves again after that, because we don't live in the Dominican Republic and we can't blend all the time every day. So when we go down there, we got to make the trips count. And so we just got to figure out the most efficient way of doing things. And that's the way that we found, is just hone in on the blend that we don't want to stop smoking and not second guess ourselves after we've reached that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we're down there, we're pretty dialed in. It's, you know, we've got our game face on when we're in the blending room. I do remember Moroni's Trumpet took us, we spread that across 2 days. We just weren't, we were running out of time. We weren't getting the blend the way we wanted it. We said, let's come back tomorrow and let's figure it out. We smoked it fresh the next day. And because we blended the endowment during that trip too. The endowment came together pretty nicely and pretty quickly. So it afforded us more time with the trumpet. We wanted to get it right. And the second day, it took us, you know, normally we're going 2, 3 iterations of a blend before we've got it dialed in. The Moroni's Trumpet, I think it took us 5 or 6 different iterations before we were happy. And like Kendrick said, we couldn't put it down. We couldn't stop smoking it. But I do remember the initiatory, like he said, that one almost right away. We had it, and we swapped the binder and we changed some ratios for filler, and we had it. And it's like, that's the thing. Like you said, you can write a song in 5 minutes or 5 weeks. It depends on the song. And we're lucky enough to so far have created blends that just kind of fell out of us, you know?
Yeah. I gotta give a shout out, Jason Scott, who I haven't seen Jason in 35 years out of high school. And yeah, he went to high school with my brothers and I was the youngest of 3. So my brothers came up before I did. And so any musical talent I have, I, you know, owe a little bit of credit to my brothers and my parents. But yeah, Jason, it's great to hear from you, brother. And I don't know about amazingly talented musicians. I'll put my brothers in that category. I might not put myself in that category, but great to hear from you, brother. Yeah, there's something about the musical aspect of things that I honestly use it for a lot of, even in my day job, which is just kind of boring, dull, you know, like dealing with systems and fixing issues with systems and, you know, finding a line of code somewhere that's like, oh no, that's got to be a 00 instead of a 0 or whatever it may be. And but I just try to find, there are creative ways to solve most problems. You know, it's not always just like this is the only way to fix it kind of thing. And I appreciate the way that you guys approach it, that you don't always have to go the most expeditious route. You can sometimes be creative along the way and come up with something that's familiar yet has your own sound. And I really appreciate that and dig that approach.
Yeah, it's definitely the most fun approach too.
Yeah.
I'm like Brandon. I've never played music. I've never sung. but I listen to a whole variety of music. And I kind of understand what you guys are talking about. But when you get that right song, it's just the right fucking song, and you got to roll with it, right?
That's 100% true. Yeah.
This is it, and that's it, and let's go with this.
Yeah.
Same with a cigar. You know, once you light a cigar, you're like, oh yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
After the first inch, you're like, oh, this is solid, or you know, it's not good, and let's listen to it a little more, let's smoke a little more, and then it winds up in the ashtray. But
yeah. Well, and even your daily lives, like whether it's what we're smoking on a regular basis for a period of time, or the spirits that we go to, or the wines that we go to, or and the music that we listen to. It's like I'll be on a kick for a while where it's like I'm smoking Connecticut Shade wrap cigars, like I can't get enough of them.
And I'm listening to Taylor Swift.
And I'm listening to Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
like I can't stop listening to Taylor Swift. Or I'll be on kicks where I'm listening to nothing but like Dave Brubeck, the old Dave Brubeck, or I'll go on a kick where I'm listening to 90s hip hop, or I'll go on a kick where I'm listening to old school country, and just mix it up a little bit. And the same is true with cigars, booze, and that kind of thing.
But have you ever lit up a cigar or listen to music and you go, hold on, I gotta pause this, I gotta go get a cigar that's gonna fit this fucking song perfectly?
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
I have done that. I'm smoking a cigar.
I can see you guys. I can see your faces.
Yeah.
You got the same thing. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, it's you're curating a vibe, right? When it comes to the music and what you're drinking and what you're smoking, what you're trying to do for yourself is create an experience, and that experience depends on how you feel. So you take how you feel, and then you put it out there into something tangible, like what you can hold and light on fire, and what you can put in a glass and taste, and what you can hear. And when that all comes together and everything matches and everything vibes, that's why we're here, man. We're creatures of comfort. We're creatures of passion. We're creatures of creativity and indulgence. And I think if you're gonna enjoy a cigar, you're gonna probably enjoy a few other things with it, for sure.
Yeah. One of the things I'm curious about, kind of on this same realm of when we go through our own personal, we'll be on a kick for a week or a month or a few months where we're listening to a bunch of the same stuff, or we're smoking a lot of the same stuff. When it comes to the blending process, how do you balance, the creativity part? Yes, but also say, okay, I know that, blend number 103A is really speaks to me, but I really think blend 103B is going to speak to the consumers more and probably have more life on the shelf. Do you ever pursue it from that direction, or do you just say, no, this speaks to me and that's what we're going with?
We have trying to please the crowd is a path you can go down, and probably the best way to do that would be to blend by committee, where you're tossing out 5 different blends to 30 different people and having them vote, and then you can determine which blend that you should be released. But again, when we go down to the DR, time is of the essence, and we don't even have time to think about and overanalyze what people are going to like and what they're not going to like. Brandon and I combined have 25 years of cigar retail experience, and we've smoked about everything there is out there. And so I feel like we're pretty confident in knowing what a good cigar should taste like, and what a good cigar should be. And so we have to just kind of go in and rely on our experience to make those decisions, because if we started analyzing too much what other people are going to think about it or perceive about it, I think that would create a decision paralysis situation for us.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, there are some things that were like, for example, there was one time where we kind of erred on the side of what people might like more. And that was when we did the Sword of Laban. We were originally going to blend it to be a Lancero, you know, like a sword, long and skinny.
Like that.
But, you know, after talking to Hochi and everything about it, we decided to go with the Cuban Churchill instead. That's 7.5 by 47 that it is. It's still long and skinny and did what we wanted in terms of it resembling a sword itself. But that was maybe one decision that we made where the market maybe made that decision for us. But otherwise, we're pretty much, what do we want to smoke and what do we want to share with people?
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty intuitive because, you know, coming from the retail side and working a humidor, you know, buying all of the cigars that you're going to be selling to people so that your business stays open, you have an idea of what's popular. You have an idea of what people consider good. And you take that with you. So when we're in the blending room and we can't stop smoking a cigar, part of that excitement is an eagerness to share that with people. You've just created something that maybe you haven't tasted before. And if I'm really excited about it as a former tobacconist and former retail manager in a tobacco shop, if I'm stoked about it, probably other people are going to be stoked about it. So it's really easy to not worry so much, you know, oh, is the market going to like this? If Kendrick and I are smoking it and we're digging on it, odds are it's probably pretty good. It's probably going to do okay.
Yeah.
So,
are there any tobaccos out there that you guys are looking forward to blending? Or it's, you know, there's something that you really want to work with and you just haven't got a hold of yet?
Yeah.
There's a ton. Yeah.
There's one leaf in particular from Brazil that I'm really excited to do a blend with. We'll maybe be announcing that later this year. I don't know. I don't know if we should talk about specifics yet, but there's a lot of tobaccos.
No one else is watching.
No, it's a rapper from Brazil, Ariparaca region of Brazil that has me entranced right now. So
very cool.
We're playing with that one right now.
No, that's exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so much tobacco out there that we haven't touched yet. You know, I want to play with some Colorado stuff. I want to play with all kinds of stuff, man. We haven't touched Honduras yet.
Yeah.
We haven't touched Costa Rica yet. There's plenty of Brazil that we haven't used yet. I want to use a Cameroon wrapper. We've done Cameroon binder. I want to get into Cameroon wrapper. You know,
hook you up with Marifel.
Yeah, I hear Marifel might have some Cameroon available. So, you know, but yeah, it's there's so much tobacco out there that we haven't even fucked with yet. And I don't know. I won't say that means we've pigeonholed ourselves into using certain things. So I don't think we have. We know what works right now when we're working with filler and binder. Where we're being most creative is with our wrapper selection, and that's been a lot of fun. So I think to Kendrick's point, we've got a plan. We've got a blend. We're going to be tweaking that blend in the next 2 weeks when we go down there, and hopefully we got some good news for you soon.
That's very cool. So you guys mentioned you have, even before Apostate launched, you guys have a lot of experience in the premium tobacco space. And, you know, you've seen, even before Apostate, you saw the brands come in, you know, and maybe a rep would come in and, you know, or maybe you'd try certain new blends from certain brands and things like that. And you would make choices on what you're going to put on the shelf for customers and things like that. Yep. And how did you, I'm curious how you translated that into when you decided to launch Apostate, you know, because we all see brands, I'm not going to name any names, but we all see brands that have made mistakes along the way. Some big mistakes, some small mistakes. It's inevitable. That's fine. But seeing it from the retailer side of things and the consumer side of things before launching your own brand, what were some mistakes you saw from other brands that as you were launching Apostate, you said, okay, this we definitely need to avoid because we've seen it be not friendly to consumers, or we've seen it not be friendly to brands, and so on and so forth?
I think our basic approach to how we launched Apostate was born from that a little bit. You've seen that our product doesn't show up in boxes. It shows up in 12 count bundles that are wrapped in butcher paper. They have a really nice sticker on them. They still look really good. So the packaging is still there, and it's still intentional, and it still catches your eye. But for retailers who, as me walking into a space, and when I was a general manager and reps would come into our space, the concern was real estate, right? How much space do you have? That's something that we've been trying to work with retailers from day one. Apostate was kind of our chance as a manufacturer to address, where the gaps were for us as retailers. And one of those gaps was definitely packaging with the oversized boxes that take up a ton of space, especially if you have a long, wide ass 10 count box that's one row deep and it's taking up 12 inches of space on a shelf for 10 cigars. That's insane. So that was definitely something that we didn't want to do. And God bless, the people who it works for. You can't deny that it looks good on a shelf, but when you're a retailer trying to do business, that's a hard call to make, right? So we didn't want them to have to make that call in order to bring in our brand. So that's one example. For me as the GM, when reps would come in and try to present new stuff to me, it was more about the relationship. Right. It was less about the tobacco, because you can sell tobacco. There's a buyer for every cigar. Right. So it's less about the cigar and more about the company and their representation. Are they engaging? Are they checking up on you? Are they motivating you somehow to bring the product in, whether that's through competitive pricing or, a deal of some kind, or, whatever it may be? Are they easy to work with? Do I feel supported? Do I have product knowledge? Can my staff get training? Things like that. So those are all questions that we try to answer too from the other side of the table. There's really a lot that you could draw from on the retail side that has paid off for us on the manufacturing side.
I wouldn't say we looked at other manufacturers and went, oh, that was a mistake, let's not make that mistake. Right. Other than maybe, just, I would say, noticing pitfalls that they've fallen into is a better way of looking at it. Okay. Or, like for example, sourcing tobacco on the back end of things, having consistency batch over batch, year over year, can be a problem in a lot of different ways, especially if the factory isn't vertically integrated with their own farms, for example. And, one batch of Corojo is coming from this farm over here, and then the other batch of Corojo is coming from over here, for example. It's not gonna create a perfectly consistent cigar. It's gonna get you in the ballpark, but protecting the integrity of the tobacco itself is why we went to Hochi at Tabacalera Palma to make our cigars. Hochi has his own farms and grows most of the tobacco that we use for our fillers. And I know that he's taking care of things, and I'm confident that Apostate is going to remain what it is for years to come. That's one of the things. Or maybe maybe companies should have spent a little bit more money on packaging or logo design, or I don't know. It's hard to say. All that was in my mind when we created Apostate was, what do I want to see as a brand? Mm-hmm. If I could, And so Brandon already mentioned the real estate on the shelf was a big one. I want to see a brand that I want to be able to carry a full spread of a brand in a small amount of space. Because as a retailer, it's cool to be like, yeah, I've got Apostate, I've got every one of their blends.
Yeah.
Which is hard to do for a lot of companies because they've got all these different blends and, 6 or 7 sizes per blend. And then the retailer has to decide, which of these sizes do we want to carry and which ones can't we carry? And maybe a customer's coming in looking for a Robusto and we only have a Toro. Well, that sucks. So we blended 1 size per blend. And so we're trying to squeeze as broad of a range of cigar experiences as we can in a small amount of retail space as we can.
Yeah, and that's the cool thing is it doesn't take up like the entire north side of your humidor or whatever it may be. It's concise and it's accessible for consumers. And I anytime I see a brand like that, including Apostate in a brick and mortar somewhere where it's concise, everything's lined up, it's easy to know which blend is which, and it's grab and go. It's so much easier that way. So I really dig that approach.
I got kind of a simple question. With you guys going with the butcher paper and everything else, does that give you the opportunity to spend more money on tobacco rather than worrying about spending more money on your boxes?
It just means we don't need to factor the price of the box into the price of the cigar. We're not thinking about what tobacco is going to be the cheapest. We just want to create the best cigars we can, and whatever the tobacco cost that we end up using is what it is. But we just we didn't want to have to add on that extra price for something that's just going to get thrown away 95% of the time, if not more. And we wanted to make our cigars as accessible as possible. So, even an extra 50 cents a stick, can be a decision maker for some people. So we opted to do what we did there. Definitely freed up budget, but we're passing that on to the customer rather than using that extra some other way.
Yeah,
and you don't have to worry about waiting for boxes to be made or the paint on them.
or the cigars being or the boxes being made the wrong size and the cigars don't fit, or you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, conservatively, we make a box. Let's say we spend time and money on making a box, and now we need a box for, let's say, 20 cigars across 8 blends, and we're going to do 10,000 cigars in that run.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And now you're talking $9 a box, and you got to spread that over the cost of each cigar that goes into that box. It adds up.
Oh yeah,
that adds up. So financially, it's a big deal, but I think we weren't really thinking about that part. We genuinely were thinking about how do we take care of the retailer.
Yeah. And
I love it.
I gotta wonder though, and I'm curious. Every brand gets to the point where they do a milestone cigar. Could be a 5th anniversary, could be a 10th anniversary, could be a, for in case of some of the big legacy brands, it's a 50th anniversary or beyond. So would that be a case where you guys would say, all right, we're going to veer off a little bit from what we've normally done and say, yeah, this cigar it's a milestone for us as a brand. So we're going to go with, a nice wooden box? Or would you say, you know what, we're going to stick to what got us here and we're going to stick with the butcher paper, or is it something you've even considered?
We're always evolving and thinking about how we can do something different that we've never done before. And so you might see us in the future having boxes for those that want them, but also having the traditional butcher paper thing that we've been doing.
Okay.
And in terms of milestone cigars, we're coming up on our 5th anniversary, so you might see a little something from us next year about it.
Oh.
And to answer your question directly, that the 5th anniversary thing, we are currently trying to be creative around the packaging with that.
Sure.
If we can meet the best of both worlds, where we're serving the purpose of still taking care of the retailer while doing something cool and new and special, we want to do that. So at that point, like you said, if it's a milestone cigar because it's our 5th year and we do a box instead of a bundle, cool. Being a milestone cigar means it's probably not going to be regular production either. So we're not as concerned about what the long-term cost of that is going to be, right? So
yeah,
you gotta play around a little bit.
I imagine in our first limited special release will be in a box, because I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool, and it's cool to play around with different ideas. That's one of the most fun parts about it. Is it's just brainstorm, throw around ideas.
Yeah, it lets us scratch our creative itch, so we're gonna scratch it.
And I imagine I've smoked all your cigars, and if you put out a 5th anniversary, the motherfuckers ain't gonna be on the shelf for long enough to worry about the spot.
They're not
gonna be there that long.
Yeah.
When these guys announce it, you better buy them up before it's too late, because they are gonna sell quick.
They're gonna go. Yeah.
So what's this magic underwear thing that Allison keeps bringing up? Come on, tell us about it, buddy.
Did you not see when we had Apostate underwear? That was a thing that we've been doing for about 2 years now.
Underwear, yeah.
Mormons who are faithful and go to the temple get special underwear that they wear that symbolizes their commitments that they've made to the Lord, etc. And since our brand is kind of leaning into our heritage there and poking fun at our apostate ways, I guess, we have some special apostate underwear that we made for events and things like that.
I feel cheated. I just got the T-shirt.
That's fantastic.
Are you wearing underwear, man?
Well,
You didn't tell me about the underwear?
I don't wear underwear, so I don't know what to tell you. But no, I do wear. I'm being.
So the underwear that Allison is talking about is no more. We've gone through it and it's gone. But
I've got 8 mediums left, just so you know.
Yeah. So if you're a medium, hit us up. But no, and you're probably not a medium because I
haven't worn a medium since 8th grade.
Yeah, nobody does. So buy them for your girlfriend or something, right? But we're working on new underwear, and we've had a lot of feedback from the ladies that they want their own too. So you're gonna see men and women's apostate underwear very soon.
Dig it.
Wait.
That's awesome.
It's
So do you think it's time?
Do you think it's time?
All right. I think it is now time for this week's Numero de los Muertos. All right. And I have to give a huge shout out for the inspiration and the idea for this week's Numero de los Muertos. Allison, you are a lifesaver because, and I've had a number of viewers reach out to me with ideas. And it really helps because after 305 episodes, figuring out interesting and weird ways for people to die, there's only so many ways that a human being can, meet their end. So having you guys reach out with ideas, I dig it and I love it. And so thank you guys for that. So this was from Allison and it is much appreciated. So the number this week is approximately 10,000 people died from this.
All time?
It was one particular historic period.
The Iron Maiden.
Not the Iron Maiden. No, I hope the Iron Maiden wasn't 10,000. I hope. Allison.
Interesting.
The one Period.
Knowing what I know about Allison, this is going to be fucking left field of all time. This is going to be crazy. So
it's actually not. I mean, it's
No?
left field, but it's like left center field. It's really not that like kooky. It's
Brass bull.
It's relatively not the brass bull. I don't know what the brass bull is.
that brass bull we should talk about at some point because that was really fascinating, actually.
Okay. Not a religious ceremony.
And he can't answer. That's her husband.
Andrew, I'm.
He's out. You can't do it.
How many clarifying questions do we get? Remind me.
As many as you want.
As many as you want. You.
So are we talking a plague here? Are we talking a natural disaster? Are we talking
It was not a plague. It was this is not disease related. This is not a natural disaster. So those are the right kind of questions.
Is it war related?
Not war related.
Are we talking about contemporary or antiquity here?
We'll say this. We'll say contemporary.
Okay.
And David Floyd, it's on land, but that's not really specifically relent to.
I was going to say the Spanish Inquisition, but I guess that's not it.
That's not contemporary. Yeah.
Inquisition.
What a show, the Inquisition. Here we go. All right.
Not anymore.
This is more modern era, but yeah, not antiquity, more modern era, but not super recent.
Dude, you can't answer, Andrew.
The Mountain Meadows Massacre. No,
that wasn't it.
That wasn't 10,000 people. That was like 1,500 people.
It was approximately 10,000 people. Yes, David Floyd.
My intrusive thoughts are knocking on the door.
Let him fly. Let him roll.
No, it's not good.
No, let
him go.
Let the weird shit come out. Let you get it, because if you leave it bottled up, you're just gonna get
cellulite.
Is it an STD?
Not an STD.
I love that we're so similar. My man.
I knew what you were thinking.
It is not at a concert. It is not witch trials. It's not related to Mormonism either. People
does it involve outside influence? Did somebody inflict these deaths, or were these
somebody a group of? I'm going to give hints here. A group of people or an entity contributed to causing these deaths.
Was it in Africa?
Not in Africa. It was in the United States.
Okay, so are we talking like the Aaron Brockovich, poison in the water kind of shit?
No, but I like where your head's at.
Okay.
Not trips and falls.
Oil spills?
Not oil spills. Possessions. No, it's not demonic possessions.
Is it how many of the Trumps? I mean, not the Trumps. What the hell was his name?
We got to give it to David Floyd for Neurogel. This is
What the fuck?
Not Neurogel. It was not a flood. This was not any kind of natural disaster.
The Clintons. All the people the Clintons killed?
Oh.
My God. There we go.
No, this was not. This is not a list of people who got Clintoned. Oh, okay. We have a winner.
Oh,
bad alcohol during Prohibition.
Bad alcohol during Prohibition.
How about that?
It gets really gross because this was actually a conspiracy by our own government. Because approximately 10,000 people died drinking poisoned or denatured industrial alcohol during U.S. Prohibition. And the U.S. government deliberately ordered the poisoning of industrial alcohol supplies in an attempt to deter bootleggers from stealing and repurposing it into into drinkable liquor. So this was our own U.S. of A. government officials that caused most of the alcohol poisonings that happened during the Prohibition era.
You want
always trust your government.
Well, they caused it initially by prohibiting it in the first place. Really.
Yeah, by saying no, you're not allowed to drink booze anymore.
Yeah. That was the real problem.
Yeah. So this was from. She sent me a YouTube. And if you're a whiskey fan and you like to learn more about whiskey, there's a YouTube channel called Whiskey Tribe, and they're a lot of fun to watch. And they do way more than just like tastings and you should buy this bottle or you shouldn't buy this bottle. They do a lot of historical stuff. And one of the videos recently was about this specifically. And they go into way more of the details about some of the sick shit that our own government did just to try to keep people from drinking alcohol.
Fascinating.
That really
during
worked
Prohibition.
very well too.
So
Humans have done a lot of terrible things. We can agree on that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's funny because I say this to my kids all the time, not to scare them, but just to sort of like say, hey, that people are bad, and that is that human history is an endless bloodbath.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, if there's anything we're good at, it's how to fuck each other. You know?
So let's just smoke cigars and enjoy each other instead.
Exactly. Exactly.
And let's have legal booze that we can get from Scotland or Kentucky or wherever
or anywhere.
And fucking.
That's not going to make us go blind or kill us.
Yeah, let's just enjoy life.
Poison the leaves.
Yeah, stop trying to regulate my appetites. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm an adult.
Let me make my own mistakes. And then, if shit goes really sideways, maybe I'll come to the government for help. Probably not, but maybe.
Yikes.
But let me make my own mistakes in the meantime.
That's right. Whiskey Tribe. Yeah, that was a really cool spot. I remember that. Allison and Andrew took me to Whiskey Tribe.
Oh, that
was dope.
Awesome. I've been a fan of their videos for a while, and I hadn't seen the one that she sent to me. And I knew that there was some shady shit going on from the government during Prohibition. I mean, just the Prohibition itself was some shady shit from the government. But then finding out that they deliberately poisoned, like 10,000 people, it's like, yeah, should you trust your government? Probably not. Probably not.
Probably not. I don't care what color his tie is. I don't believe him. I don't believe him.
Are you? How do you know if someone's lying? If they're a politician?
Yeah.
That's basically it. So that was this week's Numero de los Muertos. All right, it is now time to reveal this week's Spirit of Mystery, brought to us by our friends at Postania Cigars. This is a lovely whiskey, and I will say, as I usually do, the more that I've had little sips of it, I originally said I thought the proof was between 120 and 125. Now I'm gonna drop it a little bit, but not a lot. I'm gonna say it's somewhere between 116 and 123 is the proof.
Damn.
So what is it?
I'm gonna go with 119.7.
No, what is the whiskey?
Oh, what is the whiskey? Well, I don't know. There's how many brands of whiskey on the market? How many brands of bourbons? This is a bourbon.
It's a bourbon.
It's not a rye.
Straight bourbon whiskey, aged 8 years.
I'm getting that Amberana cask thing. I'm getting just the tiniest little bit of it, but it's not overwhelming. It's not like that cinnamon
bomb you love.
But there's a little tiny hint of it, but I don't think this is necessarily one that was finished for a long. If it was finished in those casks, I don't think it was a long finish.
It wasn't.
But it's mostly just classic vanilla oak and a little bit of that cinnamon kind of thing going on. But it's really good. It's flavorful.
I looked through my bourbon collection. Couldn't find anything from Utah. So it's kind of somewhere.
You didn't have any High West?
No. Oh, I do. Yeah, I did have that. Shit.
That's Utah, baby.
Oh.
There's a part of me that wants to say that it has a little bit of similarity to, although this is not a bourbon, it's technically what they call American whiskey. It reminds me a little bit of one of the blends I've had from Stranahan's, but that's as close as I could come to think that, but it really does have classic bourbon flavors, and Stranahan's is more where it's almost like an American Scotch rather than a bourbon. So, but it's got a couple similar characteristics. And you said this is one I've had before, but I don't think you have any Stranahan's in your collection.
Maybe not.
Gosh. What is? Oh gosh. Now I'm leaning almost like a Texas. I don't know, dude. Yeah. Let's just reveal it.
You guys see that?
Oh, that is
The Lazy K, made in Montana,
that's Montana bourbon,
and it's the Yellowstone.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right. Lazy
And it's
K.
only 92 proof.
This is only 92
That's what it
proof.
says on the bottle.
That does say that. Holy cow. That drink's hotter than 92 proof. And I do remember having this in your garage, like a year ago?
Yeah, when I got back from Montana, I cracked it open. Yeah.
Lazy K Bar straight bourbon whiskey, aged 8 years, 92 proof, made in Big Timber, Montana. So
beautiful bottle.
there you go. Yeah,
love Montana.
It's got leather on the top of the bottle, and it's like a hammered glass kind of look to it. So it's a nice pour. It really is a nice pour. So that was this week's Spirit of Mystery, brought to us by Postania Cigars. And now, you guys have been on the show before, but I can't remember which questions you've had from the lightning round. But
Brought to us by.
oh yeah, thank you. The lightning round brought to us by J.C. Newman Cigar Company, America's oldest family-owned premium cigar maker, creators of the popular Brick House, Perla Del Mar, Diamond Crown, and The American. J.C. Newman Cigar Company operates out of their 114-year-old El Reloj cigar factory in historic Cigar City, Tampa, Florida. For more information on their cigars or visitor experience, please visit jcnewman.com. So yeah, lightning round. I know you guys have been, talked to us before, and of course, we don't want to repeat any lightning round questions.
I think the question that you asked when I was on last was, which historical figure would you want to have a cigar with, maybe, or something?
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So
that was one of them. Yeah.
Those are some of the old school ones. If you recall, did we ask you anything about zombies?
No.
Yes. That may have been when I was in studio with you.
Yeah, that's probably, yeah.
Okay. So we got to, and I don't think, actually, I think Brandon may have had the fast food question.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the zombie, but Kendrick has not had either of those questions yet. So
do it.
This is actually but before so I want you to ask yours, of Kendrick, and Justin to ask yours, but this is a new one for both of you guys that I want to start with.
Perfect. Let's go.
This is kind of an homage. I started doing this a couple weeks ago with guests who've been on before, trying to find some new questions. This is sort of an homage to that improv show on TV, Whose Line Is It Anyway? Which show just cracks me up. But the question is, so what is something you can say about your cigar that you can't say about your spouse?
I put the wrong end in my mouth.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love it. I mean, Kendrick, do you even want to dive into these waters? Or do you want to move on?
Oh God. One thing I can say about my cigars that I can't say about my spouse is I have a better idea of what to expect out of my cigars.
Fair. That's fair.
That's absolutely
consistent.
Being married is like grabbing into a bag of cigars blind, and you're not sure which one you're gonna get. Put it in your mouth, you light it up. Oh yeah, I like this one.
We're okay. We're okay. We did good. Yeah.
Or
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Yeah. We fucked up.
I love this cigar too.
That one was, oh shit, I got the nectarine flavored machine rolled.
No, but honestly, my wife could say the same fucking thing about me, and it's kind of a human thing, really. Like,
I'm with you. I'm with you, brother.
We have our different facets,
100%. I totally relate.
Just fix it.
just for a second, just to see how it feels.
All right, Kendrick. What is the most overrated and underrated fast food franchise out there?
Overrated, In-N-Out.
That is the most common answer for overrated fast food.
It's overrated.
Yeah.
It's good, but it's overrated.
Yeah, everybody's like, ooh. And the most underrated. Oh, geez. Oh my God.
I said Whataburger originally, but I changed that answer at this point because Whataburger is slipping.
Man, probably in terms of burgers, my favorite burger franchise is Five Guys, but I don't know that they're underrated.
I can't stand Five Guys.
I love Five Guys. I love their fries. Their burgers, I think their burgers are okay. I think their burgers are okay. Their fries are life changing.
It's just super customizable. You can create any kind of burger you want there.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, shit, that would be my answer, I guess. Probably boring, but there it is, gentlemen.
I love that. All right. The port's starting to kick in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a wee bit. What's this other one you got though?
All right, you ready, Kendrick?
The zombie one?
Yeah, the zombies are coming.
Okay.
You get 3 people from the cigar industry to pick to be on your zombie apocalypse survival squad. Who do you pick and why?
Well, definitely Brandon, because I know we work well together. Shit hit the fan, we could figure shit out. Other people in the industry, oh gee, I don't know. Do I name my friends or do I name
anybody? Whoever you think would help you survive the best.
Okay, so the goal is survival. Hochi for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be Hochi. Hochi will help us survive. He's got cattle and farms and shit. Shit. Who do I know that's got a lot of guns? Probably everybody in the industry.
Yeah, pick one. Yeah, pick one. Yeah. Just name somebody. What about Joe Fabian's really good at gardening?
Probably my buddy Matt Brewer. He owns Low Side Cigars in Pahrump, Nevada. Awesome shop. I'd probably want him on my zombie apocalypse team.
Yes, that's a dude you want on your team.
So yeah, that's what I would say.
Nice.
Yeah.
One last one for each of you. So Brandon, I'm going to start with you on this. The movie, the dramatic film is being made about Apostate Cigars. Who do you want to play you in the movie, Brandon?
Who do I want to play me, or who would be the best fit?
Let's go with both. Yeah.
Honestly, give me Matt Damon, man.
Okay.
Let's do it. I want Matt Damon.
I like that.
I want Matt Damon. That's my answer.
Solid.
And it answers both. Yep.
Yeah. Solid choice. Kendrick, what about you?
Oh, gee.
Mirafelt.
Don't say Mirafelt. No.
Don't say Mirafelt.
Oh, no.
Don't say Jared Leto.
Oh,
I don't know. Maybe Michael Fassbender or something.
There you go.
That's
good answer.
Legit answer right there.
Legit.
Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. That's fantastic. All right. So let's jump into this week's notable smokables. So, guys, we've done this before on the show. Each week, we name a cigar that we have smoked recently that's notable to us. Now, this could be a cigar that's been on the market for decades, but we just smoked it again for the first time in a long time, or a cigar that's brand new to the market that we smoked for the first time ever. Obviously, you're smoking mostly your own portfolio of Apostate cigars. But if you get a chance to jump outside of your own portfolio, Kendrick, I'm going to start with you. What's something you smoked recently that really stood out to you?
I was in the Dominican Republic earlier this year, and Abe Flores is a buddy of mine, so I stopped by to hang out with him at his factory for a little while one day. And he handed me a cigar that he just blended. And I don't know what it was. He wouldn't tell me what was in it exactly. He gave me some clues, but it was just really, really, really good. And I loved it. And I couldn't even tell you what it was, but it was just some cigar that Abe Flores is working on right now. And I'm excited to let you know what that is as soon as he releases it.
That's awesome. Sometimes the unbanded ones are the most exciting ones. That's
honestly, really that's the one that comes to my mind in the last 6 months that I've smoked. That I really want to have another one of that I don't have another one right now, but we're going to be going back down to the DR in a couple of weeks, so I'm going to see if I can get a bundle of them from it or something.
Oh, fantastic. Brandon, what about you? Something notable recently?
On Thursday, I had my second ever Johnny Tobacco 10th anniversary from that booth, and that cigar is incredible. Really good.
Yes, sir.
Really good.
Yeah.
JT10, baby, all day.
That was legit. We got a couple of those from the general cigar rep at Cigars and Baseball and smoked them while we were at that event, and we were very impressed.
Money. Yeah. It's honestly, I think that's Matt Booth's best blend so far.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Ooh. That's
it's the one I like the most.
You like the most.
Yes.
13th anniversary is fucking phenomenal.
Look, you can't fuck with the anniversary series. Those are phenomenal. 14th was the best in those. But for my palate, what I like to smoke, the JT10 is, like Allison said, it's slamming.
It is very good.
Yeah. Justy, what's something you smoked recently that stood out?
Paul?
No.
Don't ask, don't tell.
After that little first place pouring hole tournament this weekend, my buddy Joe, he gave me some cigars a while back, and so I smoked the last one I had of these Desert Zion Pumpkin Pie and Cream from 2022.
Oh yeah.
Sero size. That was really good yesterday.
Nice. Raleigh?
Mine was called the Hard Hitter, or Heavy Hitter, excuse me, Heavy Hitter. It's made by Paul Stulock from Canada.
Oh, yeah,
but it was made for Oak Glen tobacconists.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
It was we smoked it last night. It was solid.
Nice.
Chocolatey. It was strong, but it wasn't overwhelming.
Yeah.
It went good with the NA stout I had.
So my notable this week. So I talked to you about this years ago. I found a cigar shop because every once in a while we find a cigar shop where that they don't really know what they have, and so they had some of the old My Father La Dueña Petite Lens with the 2012 box date.
The number 13, yes.
Yeah, and I bought the whole box, and this was 5 or 6 years ago. I bought the whole box, and I had one left. And I've handed them out before at poker games or whatever, but I have one left, and I was just kind of rifling through some of the drawers in my humidor, and I was like, oh, I think this is the last one I have of these. So Saturday I pulled that out of the humidor, and holy cow, 2012, so it's 13-year-old cigar now. That cigar was ridiculous.
Hell yeah.
It still had everything. It still had all the flavor. It still had all the strength. And that was a really nice kind of last.
That's one of the few cigars that I used to buy by the box before I was in the business. When I was just a little baby smoker, I would buy that by the box all the time.
Yeah, one of my favorites, and it was kind of nice. It was like just remembering when I found that deal in that cigar shop in Wisconsin. It's like, oh, I don't know what these are, and I was like, will you take if I buy the whole box, can I get it for $85? He's like, sold. I was like, okay, bye.
Thanks, bye.
Here's your
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah, see ya. So yeah, it was kind of cool to enjoy that on Saturday. Just to give our viewers and listeners an idea of some coming attractions on How About That Cigar. Next Monday night, October 27th, we have Mike and Mike from Postania Cigars and the Cigar Hustlers podcast. And then November 3rd, Michael Herklotz from Ferrioteca
Nice.
coming back onto the show. Brandon and Kendrick, if you would please give our viewers and listeners an idea, where is the best place for them to keep up with everything going on with Apostate Cigars?
Go to the website, apostatecigars.com. We post events. We post our retailer list. So if you want to know where you can buy near you, it's on the website. If you want to know where we're going to be, it's on the website. So www.apostatecigars.com. We're pretty active on the Instagram as well.
Fantastic.
Facebook. We also have a Facebook group called Apostate High Council. So if you're an Apostate fan and are not part of the Apostate High Council, jump on Facebook and find us and request to be a member, and we'll get you in.
Fantastic. Yeah, and I can say as a grateful member of the Apostate Cigars High Council on Facebook, there's some really cool stuff in there, and it's cool to see that you guys curate a good group, and whether it's you guys curating it yourselves or you have some loyal fans curating it for you, it's really well done. So it's a good group to be a member of, most definitely. So viewers and listeners, well, actually, I got to say to Brandon and Kendrick and Brandon, guys, it is always a pleasure to talk to you guys. And we want to thank you so much from the bottom of our hearts for being on episode 305 of How About That Cigar Live.
Thank you, brothers.
Guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Happy to be here.
It's a pleasure and honor to be here. I love you guys' format. Always a good conversation. So thank you.
Most definitely.
Appreciate you
Thank
guys.
you, guys.
Stick around.
All right, viewers and listeners, guys, thank you for being the absolute best part of How About That Cigar Live. We're so grateful for you guys being here with us live on Facebook, live on YouTube, and live on
Rumble.
And of course, if you're listening after the fact on the audio podcast, whether you're driving down the road, working out, whatever it is you do, when you listen to your favorite audio podcast, we are so grateful that you make us a part of it. If you have questions for any of us, you can email us on the website, howaboutthatcigar.com. Be sure to follow us on all of your favorite social media platforms. You will find us at HBT Cigar. And of course, click on all the big, beautiful buttons, the like button, the follow button, the subscribe button, and all that good stuff. And of course, until we see you guys next time, burn cigars,
Not bridges.
Thanks, guys. Any comments, opinions, viewpoints, or statements presented or uttered by guests on the HBTC podcast, HBTC live video streams, and all other media from HBT Media LLC are solely those of the individual and do not necessarily represent the opinions or viewpoints of How About That Cigar or its parent company, HBT Media LLC, any of our advertising partners, or the premium cigar industry. The primary purpose of How About That Cigar is to entertain and to encourage activity and growth within the community of people who enjoy or want to learn about the enjoyment of premium cigars.